Hello, my name's Robin Lambert. I'm 19 years old and living with cerebral palsy, but you guys know me as the T-Rex, and you're watching my T-Rex life. Okay guys, today I want to talk about disability and its relatability to the wider society. Recently, among my disability advocate friends, the conversation was sparked again about when is it okay to call someone with a disability inspirational. Now before the collective, I just want to say that I have made a video on being called inspirational. I will link that down below, but this is not quite what this video is about. This conversation got me thinking, why is it that able-bodied people are impelled? Yes, I think that's the word. Why are they impelled to call people with disabilities inspirational? Now, of course, on one hand, I know we have this charitable way of looking at disability in which, some people calling a person with a disability inspirational, they're basically saying that I pity you. It's pity porn. They're saying, your life must be so terrible because you have a disability. I couldn't think of anything worse. Bless your poor soul. But do I think that's the case for everyone? No, I don't. Do I think inspirational is the right word? No, I don't, but I also don't know what the right word is. Because I believe that when a lot of people come up to me and call me inspirational or whatever, they're actually saying that, on some level they relate to the challenges that I face as a disabled individual, and they respect the fact that I am still going out there with confidence, with vibrancy. I'm still pushing myself to achieve, and I've beat a stereotype. Now, of course, for me, going to the shops or, going to a concert, I don't find that inspirational of myself. For me, I'm a teenager, it's just a normal thing for me to do. It's not particularly challenging, but that's because I've grown up with a disability. I've had years and years to adapt to this body, to figure out how, to figure out the easiest ways for me to access society. I've had time to grow in confidence within a body that's slightly different to everyone else's. But for most able-bodied people that are calling me inspirational, their experience with this kind of adversity is short-lived, and therefore the challenges are going to be exemplified. They're going to seem like a much bigger deal. And what I say when I say that disability is relatable is that most people in their lifetime, unless they've been very, very lucky, are going to experience some kind of physical limitation, or they're going to witness someone experiencing some kind of physical limitation. They're going to have broken or injured a limb, and they're going to be out without the use of that limb for like 6 weeks. They're going to be on crutches for 6 weeks. They've had a child and have had to navigate as a mother with a buggy or a pram and found the inaccessibility in the world there. They've seen their parents maybe grow old and frail and not be as physically mobile as they once were, and seen the challenges that gives those individuals. They've, that they've experienced some kind of physical limitation in their life, and they've experienced some kind of challenge because of that. Now, am I saying that, being on crutches for 6 weeks is comparable to having a lifelong disability? No, of course I'm not. But again, at the same time, over my lifetime, I've had time to adapt, whereas they haven't. So the challenges that they've experienced have been very real, and it's given them a taste into some of what I experience as a disabled individual. And I think as a community, we've become a little scared of admitting that we do face challenges, because we are so worried about the stereotype that people with disabilities are weak and vulnerable and are helpless, and we're scared that this is gonna impact us within employment and education, which it already does. But let's be real, life with a disability isn't as easy as an able-bodied life. I hate it. I absolutely hate it when I go to a concert and some guy comes up and high-fives me and says, "Oh, congratulations on being out, it's so inspirational to see you here." But if I actually think about my experience at concerts objectively, it is bloody hard sometimes. It's not always easy to get public transport to the venue. Once I get to the venue, chances are it's not going to be fully accessible. How many times have I gone to a concert and security haven't even let me in the mosh pit, on the dance floor, into the venue because I have a disability? because I'm in a wheelchair or I have orthotics or whatever. It's not as easy as just buying a ticket and rocking up like it is for a lot of able-bodied people. And let's also remember that historically disabled people haven't had independence and autonomy. For a long time, institutions and charities and governments and things like that had a lot of say over the choices we made in our lives, how we lived, where we lived, what we did. And it's not that long ago. It hasn't been that long that people with disability have had independence, have had the freedom that we have now. So I guess it is inspiring for some people to see young people standing up for what they believe in, defying stereotypes, going out with confidence and vibrancy, demanding that we be treated equally, demanding that we be seen, that we be visible, that we be seen as attractive and sexy, to people that is inspiring, because it's still now changing the way that people look at disability. It's still changing the image that they have in their head. Should this image still be around now? I don't believe so, but the fact is that it is. And it's something that we're still working to change, and to people that is inspiring. It's something different, it's something new, it opens their horizons. So is people calling me inspirational necessarily a bad thing? I don't think so. I think it means that I've challenged them. I think it means that I've changed their outlook. I think it means that they recognize the struggle that many disabled people still have in accessibility, in employment, in education, and it's people relating. It's people relating to having a physical struggle, a physical challenge. And basically they're saying, oh, fuck, you must experience a fair bit more adversity than I do. Well done, on triumphing over that, on, still pushing to be seen, pushing to be visible, on still, achieving things in sport or theatre or whatever. That's good to see. I think that's essentially what a lot of people are saying. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. Russell Kane actually did a great video, which I'm going to link down below to kind of wrap up, about Paralympians and why they're seen as being more relatable and more inspiring than Olympians. I was hesitant going into the video, as someone who doesn't like being called inspirational, as someone who doesn't want to be seen as being that different. It was a really great video, it's super hilarious, and it just points out the relatability of disability and things like that, so definitely check it out. But guys, I want to know your opinion. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I've been a bit lax recently on replying to comments. Sorry about that, I've been super busy, but I'm super keen to hear your opinions, and I do always read the comments, so let me know in the comment section down below. Most importantly, guys, remember to stay shiny, because I love ya.